What's going on, everybody? Wrenchmonger here, and today we're working on the Honda again. So now that we've been driving it around a little while and everything is fantastic, I'm really enjoying it. I'm really digging the whole new look, the liftedness and everything, the wheels, the color, it's awesome. It actually works really well, and we cranked up the torsion bars and it didn't really get stiffer. It actually rides really nice. Even the Trooper springs in the back, they ride really well. So now let's focus on trying to make this thing more livable. Let's put a new stereo in it. So while we were out at Walmart getting the tires mounted, I bought a radio. So I bought a JVC deck, and I did buy the 2-year warranty for like $6. I was like, hell yeah, $6. All right, let's just do that in case it breaks. So I've got a new stereo to put in this. I also tried to buy like a universal install kit and an install plug, a plug and play adapter kind of thing for it. We'll go over that in a little bit. So I bought all that to try and get this thing to work and just kind of plug and play, and well, it doesn't turn out that way. Stay tuned. So one of the first things you need to do when you're inside your car and you're going to change out your stereo is you need to remove the bezel that's around it. And then that will expose screws or bolts, depending on your car. Then you want to take all those out. Alright, now with all the bolts out, you can simply just remove. Ta-da! And you want to take all the plugs out from behind. And success! We've got the stereo out of the way. So what you need to do is you need to press down on these little tabs back here. See, this right here? Yep. Press down on that and just pull. And then this just slides right out. That's your radio, like your radio antenna. And then this is your power, speaker wire, all that stuff. And then what you want to do is you want to get a plug, kind of like this, that actually fits your car. Because then it'll allow you to basically plug and play. Now what you need to do is make sure you always buy the wrong plug kit first. That's for the early models, because apparently there's 2 different versions and you always buy the wrong one, so you got to go back to the parts store as you've got it all torn apart. We've been working on this, so we got 32 and a half by 9 and a half on 16s, 10 plies, painted the wheels, lifted it 2 inches front and back. Just look at this thing. It is in a compact parking spot right now because it is a compact little off-roady SUV. I think it looks pretty sweet. It's color changing paint too, so depending on the angle, it changes color. And back to purple. So I did this for my fiance. This is actually her car. We're in the process of putting a stereo in it. We're looking for parts right now. And she might not get this back. I'm kind of enjoying doing this right now. I'm driving it. I'm having fun. Isuzu Trooper springs in the back, torsion bars up front.
Store number 3, adapter number 4, and we finally have a winner.
Oh my god, it works. Now we can actually install the stereo. So this is the way that I like to do the wiring for stereo installs. So I have this plug here. This is the adapter to plug into the factory harness. Now that will translate it into these color wires, which are the same color wires that every universal little stereo deck will have. So what you can do is then just attach the colors to the matching color of wire on the other harness. Now I like to use insulatorless crimps because I just feel like I get a better purchase on them and everything turns out a lot better. And then you just put a little bit of heat shrink on them and you're ready to go. And that heat shrink will also help hold everything in place. And that way, this will be a truly plug and play. And if you ever want to change anything or go back to stock, you just unplug it, plug all your stock stuff back in. And there we go. It's all heat shrunk, all down on there. You want to make sure you got enough on both ends of the wire to cover it all. And just get it in there nice and solid. And Josh was kind enough to lend me his crimping pliers. These are the ones that I was using. They are a Mac. I have a Cornwell set at work. This is the one that I like to use right here with that little tooth. You get a real good purchase on it. Highly recommend a pair of these. I think they're what, $20? Maybe?
50.
Really?
Yeah.
I think my Cornwell ones were 25 and they're like identical to this, dude.
Cornwell doesn't come to my shop.
Yeah, well, you are missing out, bud. Like I said, plug and play. Plugged directly into the deck. That was the only thing we needed, was just that one wiring adapter, just so we can make this truly plug and play and just really easy to do. So let's shove that all in there now. And
when you can't find a installation kit that works for your vehicle, you can usually just use the factory brackets that come with it, modify them slightly.
Yep.
I drilled a couple holes and it'll go right in.
Yeah, that's exactly what we had to do. We couldn't find the right installation kit for this, but this is all we needed. This bracket, and just space it out the right and just drill a couple holes. We were good to go. That's why we never really covered that topic till now. So yeah, let's just get this all hooked up in place. Let's see how this thing looks and sounds. This is where I can only recommend the finest of tools, because if you're not using a good screwdriver, you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot. And now that that's in place, let's just simply take our bezel, click it back into place. Look at that. Super clean install, and it all works. Let's test it. And for copyright purposes, you're going to have to just take my word that the radio works. Man, now that we've got the stereo installed and everything, this thing is awesome. So, Bluetooth connectivity with the phone, it's awesome. You can listen to whatever you want. We've got the lift, we've got some tires. This thing is turning out really cool. Now I just got to do some maintenance work to it. I still got to do that oil change. I've got it all sitting in the back. We just got to do that. Other than that, this thing is ready to rock.